Everybody. At the very outset, I would like to thank and congratulate Professor Pandey and your team, sir, for organizing this seminar. And I'm grateful to you for giving me this opportunity to be here and sharing my views from a DOT's perspective. Of course, you will have a lot of interesting interaction when the panel discussions are on. I would give the government or the Department of Telecoms perspective, and when I speak on behalf of DOT, there are 2 or 3 other units also like TRAI, which works in close tandem with DOT. So together we do a lot of work on policy and implementation and regulation. So I would talk something about that. As you all know, technology has become all pervasive, and communication technology is reaching the corners of the world much faster than what we would have imagined a few years ago. It is a great enabler to facilitate processes, drive efficiency, and reduce administrative costs. However, large parts of rural India have yet to reap its advantages, and it is our endeavor to ensure that the rural-urban divide is eliminated as fast as possible. In India, as per the census 2011 figures, only about 58.7% of the households availed of banking services. And gentlemen who are from the banking service, if I have my figures wrong, you can please correct me. This figure went down to 54.4% in rural areas. The rural-urban divide is also very glaring. A bank branch in rural India serves about 22,000 persons, while there is a branch for every 6,000 persons in urban India. On the other hand, the wireless mobile tele-density is close to 73%, and this can be used to deliver services in the remotest part of the country. In order to achieve the objective of financial inclusion in India, we need to recognize the barriers that prevent about 40% of the rural households to avail of banking services. The most important reason for not having a bank account, of course, is people don't have that much of money. Some of the other reasons being that bank accounts are too expensive, banks are too far away, especially in rural areas, or documentation is lacking. Modern information and communication technology can act as a tool to develop a platform and facilitate in providing financial services in remote areas. Technology intervention helps banks to reduce their costs, increase customer reachability, and better management of business risk. The efforts for financial inclusion started long back when RBI, in its annual policy statement of April 2005, urged banks to review their existing practices to align them with the objective of financial inclusion. An interministerial group was constituted by the government in November of 2009 to propose a framework for delivery of basic financial services using mobile phones. It had representatives from the Department of Financial Services, Department of Post, Ministry of Rural Development, Planning Commission, Unique ID Authority of India, TRAI, Reserve Bank of India, Department of Telecom, and the Home Ministry. It submitted its report in March 2010, which recommended delivering financial services using mobile technology. As a follow-up action on this report, between 2010 and 2013, various stakeholders like National Payment Corporation of India, DOT, and TRAI took action to ensure delivery of banking services through mobile phones. And by July 2013, Reserve Bank had already permitted about 78 banks to provide mobile banking services to their customers. It is common knowledge that telecom is a key driver of economic development and therefore plays a central role in any country's strategy to overcome developmental challenges in basic amenities like education, health, employment generation, and financial inclusion. Department of Telecom came out with a national telecom policy in 2012 to overcome these challenges by laying special emphasis on providing affordable and quality telecom services in rural and remote areas. Among other goals set out in this policy, as well as in the 12th five-year plan, those that related to providing the basic telecom facilities were to increase the rural tele-density from around 39, which existed in 2012, to 70 by the year 2017, and to make it 100 by the year 2020, to provide affordable and reliable broadband on demand by the year 2015, and to achieve 175 million broadband connections by the year 2017 and 600 million by the year 2020 at a minimum speed of 2 Mbps download speed, and making available higher speeds of at least 100 Mbps on demand. The third goal was to provide high speed and quality broadband access to all village panchayats through a combination of technologies by the year 2014, and progressively to all villages and habitations by 2020. Another massive goal was for commissioning of National Optical Fiber Network, which I'll explain to you in a moment. Then the goal was to reposition the mobile phone from a mere communication device to an instrument of empowerment that combines communication with proof of identity, fully secure financial and other transaction capability, multilingual services, and a whole range of other capabilities that ride on them and transcend the literacy barrier.